Hello, I'm Kaz and I've got Parkinson's. I was busy in the kitchen this morning and everyone kept coming in and out and I was making different things, and it was the last day before the holiday break up, and I got my mind goes sometimes when my tablets are wearing off, and had to end it. I didn't say goodbye and I'm sorry about that. But I've been busy all day. Just got back from my friend Helen and Ian's, and because I was making chili and burritos, and he likes his lemon sponge, so I took that round to him with my husband. They'll be here one time, so they'll introduce themselves one night. But they're really nice friends, and they keep me sane, because some days are pretty dark. But I've got a good, if I can find it, there was something I wrote down to make, because I have I think of these little good and bad things down my shoulders some days. One's like the devil and one's me. But it reads, I found this on a t-shirt one day because I was looking for a Parkinson's t-shirt, and it read, "The devil whispered in my ear, saying you're not strong enough to withstand the storm. And today I whispered in the devil's ear, but I am the storm." And I thought that was really, really nice, because some days we don't feel very strong at all. And this disease, takes quite a lot away from you, and you feel quite weak, and it's really difficult. But some days I feel really strong, and I think I'm not going to let it win. It's not going to beat me. And today is another day, and I will survive. So, especially, where my kids are concerned, you want to look strong and good for them, so they look up to you and they try no matter what. And the good thing about my children is they don't see Parkinson's, they don't see the disease, they just see mum. And that means a lot to me, because even on my bad days, they don't treat me any different. Even if I'm making the tin, I'm falling all over the place. The main thing is they don't see me any different. They're still getting fed, they're still loved and taken care of. And that makes me feel really happy, even though it's really hard at times. But it's been a very long day. I don't get a lot of sleep. But all my friends and my family, they're all fed. So I come home about, what time did I come home? I come home about 9 o'clock at night. And then I thought, I better feed myself. So I've just made myself an omelette. So I've just had that, and then I can feel my tablets starting to wear off, because with me, my tablets, if I eat, then they don't work. Some people struggle with medication because, I go hungry all day just so I can do things, which isn't ideal. And that's why I'm going to have surgery, and hopefully I'll be able to go out for a meal with my family and do, normal, well, I don't like the word normal, but, things with your family. So, but I've had a lovely day, a tiring day, and like I say, I've made some nice things, and I just want to mention some lovely messages I've had from the lady that gave me the inspiration to do this. And she's a lovely lady, and one day I'll get to speak to her and we'll have a little chat, because even though she's a little bit older than me, bless her, but she's really brave and strong, and she's overcome a lot of things like I have, and she's lovely, and her whole family's lovely, and they've sent me some lovely encouraging messages. And I'm normally quite a shy person, so for me to do this is a very big thing, and I just hope I help other people along the way, that, even though you're not well, this can give you the courage to go on and help other people, because there isn't the awareness there should be, because it happens to young, old, I heard someone say to me in the supermarket one day, "You can't possibly have that. It's an old man's disease." Well, I do have this, and it happens to anybody. So I'll tell you a little story as well. Before they found out I had Parkinson's, I took my children to a restaurant for Christmas lunch because I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I was freezing and I could barely move, I could barely balance, my balance was all off, and I was really struggling. So we booked this restaurant, so instead of me cooking, we'll have Christmas lunch out. And when we got there, it was like 11:30 in the morning because, we wanted to find our seats and have a chat about open the presents and I heard this woman behind me say, look at her drinking this time of morning. That really upset me. I mean, I don't know if I've told this before, but because my memory's not very good. But anyway, but that really hurt my feelings because even I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I certainly hadn't been drinking, and I didn't go out the house for about 2 years and lost all my confidence. But then when I found out what was wrong with me, I started learning, and then about 6 months ago, I found your mum's videos. I should say Darlene videos in Canada, and she made me realise that there's someone just like me, that lost all this weight and didn't know why, and then found out we got Parkinson's. I mean, it was a shock, because you don't expect to get something like this because, I'd always try to look after myself. I mean, I used to go running with my dad and do marathons, and I eat healthily every day, and, so it was a shock. But this is just, my counsellor said, you've got to let go. You've got to grieve for the old you and learn to love the new you. So every day I learn something new about myself and try and turn it into a positive, because life will never be the same again, But you've got to look forward, and this operation, and hopefully it will work and things will get better and I can go well, I've got a holiday coming up on the 19th of September and I have surgery on the 1st of September. So I'm really hoping I'm well enough to go because, if not, my family will have to go without me and it'll be really sad. But hopefully the doctors work miracles and I will be on that holiday with my children. So, but anyway, I just want to, I probably said this, but thank Darlene and her family for giving me all this support, and it's just wonderful, and hopefully I'm going to help people along the way, but each day I'll come on and say different things, or I'll try and do something in the kitchen, or try and get out the house and and do something different. I mean, the weather's really nice here and I love my garden, but for some strange reason nothing likes to grow in my garden. But my husband makes pots in the garage and he's really good at it, like different animals and things. He's very creative, bless him, because he had to give up work to look after me, so he found a hobby and he's really, really good at it, and he paints and so that keeps him sane, because it can't be easy, when you get married. I mean, I know they say sickness in health, but you don't expect, at a young age, for your wife to get poorly. But he's amazing and he takes great care of me, and and that's really nice. But it's getting late here and it's nearly 10:30, so I better take my nighttime medicine and try and get a bit of sleep, because the other thing with Parkinson's is you suffer with insomnia, and it's the medication, and I probably said this before, but you tend to, you forget half the time because you're so tired. But anyway, so I'll probably sleep for about an hour or two, and then I'm awake most of the night, But I'm pretty. I cope really well. Let's put it that way. So, but anyway, I should be back in the morning, and I should do another one. Hopefully something different. I've got my grandson tomorrow, so that's good. And obviously I have my granddaughter today. So I'm tired. So I did all that cooking this morning, and I looked after my granddaughter, which is amazing because she keeps me on my toes. And we made some brownies, and she took some home to Harvey because, bless him, he loves his chocolate. We called him Biscuit growing up because all he ate was biscuits, but he eats better now. It's just when he was growing up, he just loved his biscuits, so, but anyway, I shall say goodbye this time, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Thank you for watching.